Hey guys, today's Monday, July the 3rd of 2023, and I want to do a quick little update on natural gas. So without any further delay, let's get into it. I just want to say I'm sorry, I apologize. I've been traveling, work related, so I haven't had a chance to do an update in a long time. I feel like I've been gone for like a month. However, I got some good news and I wanted to share with you guys because I see price action looking pretty good. So let's get into it. So this is the weekly cycle that I look at natural gas, and we have a weekly cycle that is 141, as you can see. Somewhere around June the 12th, the 6th to 12th, I made a video on that. That's where it hits a trough, and now this cycle is up. And this cycle is up somewhere around October of 2024, and that's going to change. But so far, what we want to see is higher highs and higher lows. And, there might be some dips, but we want to see the projection continue going higher. So that is positive. Okay, so this is the daily cycle, and this is the 248. This one hit a trough around February it looks like the 10th, around there. And we're going to be hitting a peak soon around July the 25th, which it will be this month. So it'll be interesting to see how this is going to play out. We're going to continue grinding higher and then stall around July the 25th, and then, maybe do a pullback. Time will tell. However, we know that the weekly cycle bottomed here, and now it's going up. So now they're in sync while the daily is going to be peaking here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out once we get around, July the 25th on the daily cycle. This is a seasonality chart I like to look at, and this is a percent of months in which Nat got closed higher. Using a 5-year, you can see that July is pretty strong. This is short term. Once you start expanding it out into 10 years, you can see that July is one of the weakest, also with February. So we got to be careful. If there's a curveball coming at us, it could be this month. This is kind of mixed. And then August is pretty strong. If we do 15-year, you can see that July is still weak. We've been grinding higher around 275, around there. And if we do 20-year, you can see that July is still pretty weak, somewhere around there with December, but then it starts, trending higher. So, keep that in the back of your mind. I know you're excited and happy that at least we're not around the $2, but surprises could come at you, and you need to look at, both lanes, both streets. Do a 360 and look around everywhere, because something, could be cooking where it could, push it back down, maybe a correction, and then maybe push higher, since we grind it up now to here. Maybe July could bring a surprise, bring it back, but not test the lows, and, maybe from here go higher. So we'll see. But so far, price is looking good, but, just keep an eye on this. Okay, so this is another seasonality chart, and you can see that this is our 302 high, and this is like the 194, 199, can't remember, it was in April low, somewhere around there. And you can see that we're trying to grind higher as of now. Let's see, so this is where we're at, June 29th. Entering this week, we go do a 5-year. You can see that it hit a peak around May 24, 5-year average, and then it hits a cycle low or seasonality low around July the 4th, and then it's off to the races. So interesting dynamic. Maybe it makes sense that July is the low, and then we continue grinding higher, or there could be a surprise. July the 25th, somewhere around here, which somewhere around the 24th, 25th, that makes sense. This lines up with the daily cycle, with the seasonality over here for July. So it'll be interesting to see how that's going to play out. We had the 10-year, and you can see that it fluctuates around the first week of July, and it kind of grinds sideways there. At the 15-year, and they all kind of accumulate here, and then they just kind of grind sideways to higher. The 5-year really shows some momentum. So what we could get out of this, if we continue pushing higher, there could be a chance that maybe it could top out around July the 4th. Just looking, just at price action. Like an inverse would be where it really peaked out here seasonality wise, but then we sold off and made a low. You see that? Then we kind of grind higher here, and then we stalled and pushed lower while the peak was somewhere around May the 23rd, 24th. Pulled back. And every time seasonality pullbacks, it finds, not always, but it finds a low here. And then we kind of grind higher, and then seasonality started pulling back while price action just grinded higher. And could it be that it could play out that way? We'll see, but keep that in mind. It didn't follow it exactly, like pulling back and then get a pop, that it's just going against it and going up. But, there's a lot of things. You got the weekly cycle, the daily cycles are up. So there's a lot of things going, back and forth. But just be cautious and be careful in regards to not, getting caught out there where they could just, tank it, when it hits the first week, which will be like today and tomorrow. So I just put it out there. Okay, so this is Commitments of Traders report. As you can see, prices are going, grinding higher. What I like about this chart is that the commercial net position, they are selling. That is good. You know why? Because that means prices might continue grinding higher. What also is confirming and looking nice too is that large speculators are accumulating. We just took out 106, minus 106, 170. We're at minus 92.80, 800. So that's good. We've taken out all the highs all the way to July of 2022. So that's good. I need to expand this chart to see what's the next pivot in regards to net position. And commercial, they took out this low, 74,969. We're at 63,581. So that is good. Commercial are selling. Large speculators are buying. Natural gas is moving and kind of grinding higher. We need to take out 302, but so far that's looking good in regard to the Commitments of Traders report. Okay, so it's going to be the last chart. I'm sorry, I didn't have time to do the calendar and the mind map. I just got back yesterday, so please forgive me. I'll try to work on it maybe tomorrow if I have some time. But I know a lot of people like to watch the calendar and my mind map, but I figured I'd do a quick update. It was either this or nothing, and then maybe wait, tomorrow or maybe another couple of days before I could, get all this data, sorted out. But, I just wanted to put that out there. Let's just get into this chart that I like to watch. And you can see that, so far we're grinding higher here. Oops. Let's open this up a little bit. This is the target. I have the 302. We're close. We're positive. I can weekly MACD is positive. We're hitting the value area high somewhere around 277, which we hit. And that's the pivot high. We're above the cloud. Linear regression channel is pointing up, so that's looking good. Market sentiment's at 46, so that's good. However, the MACD hasn't turned positive on the daily, so got to be cautious. It could probably have a little pullback. Maybe test the 20, like 50% right here, and then maybe do another like high. So you just got to be cautious. Bigger picture, the MACD is positive on the monthly. We closed with a crossover, so that's good. Volume is good. Volume has been good for the last couple of weeks, except these last 2 weeks were below the average. And it looks like Friday, we'll look at it more in this chart over here. Let's go to Friday. Looks like the bulls had it. And Thursday was kind of mixed. Maybe the bears had a little more of an edge. Wednesday, definitely the bears had an edge. Let's see. So we're above support, above VWAP. Everything's looking good. We're holding at support the value area high. And this is another value area high, which is at 279. This is where it's going to be interesting if we could penetrate this area, because this is where the bears are waiting for us. This is where the struggle is going to start. As you can see with the market profile right there, this whole area right here is going to be a tough battle. Let's look at another thing here on the arcs. You can see that right here we hit the 50%, and instead of it turning down, it just exploded higher and made a high of what, like 286, 287. You can see the 50% here. We hit a like a breakout, and then it failed and it pushed lower. So right here was very important, and this happened here. Next one you want to keep an eye out would be somewhere around July the 6th. That's the 75%, which is this one right here. You can see that it peaked and then it pulled back and then it continued. So there's going to be probably something happening around July 6th. We'll see how that's going to play out. I think other than that, that's pretty much it on these two charts. I don't have anything else to show here. Let's put that back. And let's close with our last clip or chart, which I call the midpoint chart. And the midpoint chart, the daily, we're oscillating between 273. We got this nice pop, nice pullback. So it could be slow today. As long as we could just kind of stay above 272, we got a fighting chance to go to 282 and test to 287 and then 302. But this is the line on the sand on the daily today. And for the week, you can see that we're struggling right now with 274. We kissed it and failed. That's why it's gray. And if we're going to push lower, 261 needs to be support and the 259. But if we pull back and grind and push higher, obviously it's 287, then 294, and $3 for the week. So these are the big targets to the upside. $3 and 294. In regards to the monthly, you can see that we're above 250, so that's good. Yep. I'm not going to worry about these targets. I'm more concerned if we could kiss these over here. In regards to trend line, yeah, we got this as support to 268, so that's looking good. Let's look at our square of 9 real quick. And what could we extract here? We're hovering around here, 272, oscillating around here. We hit a high of 287. That kind of lines up with this 199. I mean, if you were to do like a straight line, can I do a straight line here? Yeah. 199 low, 287. Hit a target of resistance right there. There's also a 302 that goes at what, 270, 278. So there's the highs and the lows, and they're very important in regards to vibration points, according to Gann. So we stalled right there. So let's see if we could just stay here and oscillate back and forth. I'm happy, and then do another leg higher. Keep an eye on for 298 and then 307. So this is our high of what was that? March the 3rd. 302. Keep an eye on that. If we take that out, 307's target, 316, 325. But that's, looking into the future. Right now we're here. If we gonna push lower, 265, 260, 199 low, and you got also the 302. So 261, 260 support, and 257. And if they're going to push it below 257, 256, and 253, 249. So this area right here with key levels for support. And I think that's it. I'm going to sign out. Unfortunately, I know I couldn't do the calendar and the mind map, but it's time consuming, and I will work on that when I have some time tomorrow, hopefully. And then I'll do another quick video just on the calendar and my mind map. Good trading. Happy 4th of July, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.